Good morning, I'm Elijah Kennedy, and it's Friday, February 10th, and you're watching Nightly News.
And I'm Thomas Fernandez. It began as Black History Week back in 1926, but it was black students in Ohio that first proposed expanding it to Black History Month in 1969.
In 1976, President Gerald R. Ford officially recognized February as Black History Month, calling it upon the public to honor the accomplishments of Black Americans throughout our history.
For the next few weeks, we'll be highlighting and recognizing achievements by African Americans from Houston who have made a big impact on our community.
But please don't believe that these achievements are the people we're recognizing shall only be celebrated for 1 month. Black history is American history and should be recognized as such.
For this story, we'll go Nightly News correspondent Ricky Williams.
Barbara Jordan was a trailblazer. Not only was she the first black woman ever to be elected to the Texas State Senate, she went on to become the first black Texan elected to the United States Congress. Barbara Charlene Jordan was born on February 24, 1936 in Houston. Her father, Benjamin Jordan, was a Baptist minister and warehouse clerk. Her mother, Arlene, was a maid. Jordan attended the segregated Phyllis Wheatley High School, which stood on the exact spot our new school is being built on. She was a member of the first class at Texas Southern University, where she graduated magna cum laude in 1956. 3 years later, Jordan earned her law degree as one of only 2 African American women in her class at Boston University. She then returned to Houston to open a law office in Fifth Ward. She twice ran unsuccessfully for the Texas House of Representatives before winning in the 1996 contest for a newly created Texas State Senate district. In 1972, Jordan ran for Congress and won, becoming the first African American woman from the southern states to serve in the U.S. House of Representatives. With support from her close advisor and fellow Texan Lyndon B. Johnson, Jordan was appointed to key posts, including on the House Judiciary Committee, where she played a significant role in the impeachment hearing for President Richard Nixon. Her speech at the hearing was a staunch defense of the U.S. Constitution, which she noted had not initially included African Americans in its We the People and its checks and balances designed to prevent abuse of power. The impeachment speech helped lead to Nixon's resignation over the Watergate scandal and won Jordan national acclaim for her rhetoric, intellect, and integrity. 2 years later, she was asked to deliver the keynote address at the 1976 Democratic National Convention, another first for an African American woman. Jordan retired from Congress in 1979 to become a professor at the Lyndon Baines Johnson School of Public Affairs at the University of Texas. She became an active public speaker and advocate. Jordan, who had suffered from multiple sclerosis since 1973, was wheelchair-bound by the time she was invited to give her second Democratic Convention keynote address in 1992. But she never fully stepped away from public life, serving in the administration of Texas Governor Ann Richards. In 1994, Bill Clinton awarded her the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the country's highest civilian honor. Jordan died of leukemia-related pneumonia on January 17, 1996. Breaking barriers even in death, she became the first African American to be buried among the governors, senators, and congressmen in Texas State Cemetery. Former Texas Governor Ann Richards summed it up best, saying of Jordan, "There was simply something about her that made you proud to be a part of the country that produced her." Reporting for Nightly News, I'm Ricky Williams.
Thank you for that look into Barbara Jordan's incredible life, Ricky.
Now for news and announcements, go to Nightly News reporters of Ryan Irving and Jacob Compost.
Thanks, Elijah and Thomas. Here's what's coming up at MLCPA. Night Out with the Houston Rockets is on Wednesday, March 15. Discounted tickets are on sale throughout February 24th. Everyone who buys a ticket will get out to the court after the game to take a free throw. You can buy tickets online or from Mr. DeVore in room 201.
There's a URL competition tomorrow, February 11th at Wisdom High School. If you need more information, check with Coach from there.
February 22nd is a big day at MLCPA. Not only it's an early release day, meaning we'll get to leave at 1 p.m. We'll also be holding mock reading stars and AP exams that day. And a special treat, the PTO will also have the snow cones truck on campus during lunch.
Next Friday, February 17th, we will be hosting a ceremony for students who made the honor roll during first semester. Report cards will also be sent home this day. Look for them in 8th period.
Don't miss your chance to buy a yearbook. There's a limited supplies, and once they're out, you'll be out of luck. Stop by and order one from Miss East and room 208. There's only $20.
The 7th grade took a field trip to Austin, Texas on Wednesday of this week. They visited the Bob Bullock Texas State History Museum and toured the Texas Capitol.
On Tuesday, February 21st, we'll be hosting a Math and Science Family Night from 5 to 6 p.m. Invite your parents. Mr. DeVore will be blowing stuff up and conducting other experiments, so make sure and check it out. That's all the news for this week. Reporting for 90 News, I'm Jim Campos.
And now we're Ryan Evan. Back to you, Elijah and Thomas.
Thank you, Ryan and Jacob.
Now for the only reason you watch our show, here's Jokes with Mr. Prince.
Hey Vicente, how's it going?
Not very good. I'm feeling pretty down and low.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Vicente. You're not feeling very good? You're feeling down and low?
Yeah, ever since Mr. McNary moved me from my favorite seat, I was emotionally attached to it.
Sure, yeah.
I just been feeling just so depressed and sad.
So you tell me you're feeling down, you're feeling low, and you're feeling, depressed because of this whole seat change thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. It sounds like you need to kind of get above this situation and kind of get a different point of view on it.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, when you're feeling down, you're down in the dumps and you're low, and you need to get above this situation, kind of clear your head, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think I know someone that can help you kind of get a new point of view on this.
Oh, who is that?
Mr. Hill!
Thank you, Mr. Prince Vicente. That joke worked on several levels.
Now, for sports news, we turn to nightly news reporter Jonathan Shepard.
Thank you, Elijah. We have some big sports news this week. Both our middle school basketball teams won zone championships for the season. Congratulations to both our teams for an awesome season. On Tuesday, the middle school basketball teams closed out the season by playing Fondren Middle School in an exhibition game. They were fun games that didn't count, and everyone got to play. Our baseball team has a busy schedule with 2 games next week. On Monday, February 13th, they'll be playing Briar Meadows Middle School at 4 o'clock p.m. And on Wednesday, February 15th, they'll be playing Revere Middle School at 4:30 p.m. The next middle school soccer game will be on Thursday, February 16th against Deedy Middle School. The game will be played at Edison Middle School at 5:30 p.m. That's all for sports news this week. I'm Jonathan Shepard. Back to you, Elijah and Thomas.
That's going to do it for this week. I'm Elijah Kennedy, and thanks for watching our show.
And I'm Thomas Fernandez. Remember, if it's Friday, it's 90 News.
Deep in the heart of Texas, the prairie sky is wide and high.